So here we are, we're just pushing ins. Of course, this could be moving step and all the rest. We're just doing it fairly simplistically. But I can have, what's the first energy that we did?
Oh,
No, right, yeah. Doesn't matter the order, we can start anywhere. So metal, we decided was
Chop.
settle, split, chop, is it? Right, so that's my general metal idea, right? Which of course could end up looking like this, right? Like an armbar, that's sort of a notion. My teacher would do it this way as a separation to the shoulder, same idea. So we're pushing, let's say he pushes in with one hand to the belly, I can, there's that energy, settle and express. Right? There's pretty straightforward. So we're pushing, what comes after metal?
Water.
Right, water, how do we remember?
Spike.
Huh?
Drilling.
Yeah, but how do we remember what comes after metal?
Leave metal out overnight.
If you leave metal out overnight, it's wet. It's an easy way to remember, right? Metal is also air, which complicates things, and the air is suffused with water too. But we're going through this, and we just said water's next, and we think we decided that it's sort of spiraling, rising, and being shingy, it's advancing, so it's that general idea. And of course I'll settle when I actually want to do it. It's not simply doing that, which George takes advantage of. And I might do that at a particular time when George, say, does a push to me, that general feeling, and I might do that. Was that the most beautiful thing? No. But I had an idea what I should do, because I have learned when George pushes me, I usually just go. So at least having a bit of an idea of what I should have been trying when I go is a real heartener.
Yeah, no, it makes
Right?
sense. Makes
So
sense.
come on out.
Yeah. It's
So-
not random.
It's not random, right? So what comes after?
wood.
Okay, wood, right? So we use that water for wood, and we talked about wood as that extruding straight line. My center line can't be bothered with calling into action the things on its periphery. It's just going forward, right? So as he's moving, and if I decide to have a wood kind of a motion, it's this. The way I describe it is it's born of this fierce commitment to both up and down. It gives room to and gives rise to horizontality. So for me, it really is this sort of expression of horizontality, which in branches could be every way, but since it's shingy, that's the one we're interested in. Yeah. And then fire, which I think we described as this sort of rolling across a horizontal axis such that the partner has an uproot. In other words, this type of rolling, right? It's usually done with fists and all that in shingi. But if I do the rolling and I let myself uproot by thinking I don't have anything. Everything is from a settle. So that's the motion. That's not different than another shingi move, right? And I don't even necessarily have to do shingi. I'm just doing the push hands, and I think I have them. That's how it looked. That looked more like fairly new shuttles than anything else, right? And then we have crossing. By the way, a really nice way to do this when somebody has, you see this nice pull down in Tai Chi all the time. And I'll do it to you. So we get the guy headed over here. So no shoulder, just go. I'll get you. We have this. It's really nice to at least consider the notion of he's busy going there, but some of him's coming here. Which is really nice because that can rotate them, make them face plant rather than just step, and it can also tip them faster, or obviously break or jam. Sometimes it's just to help make sure that his hand stays on this side as his elbow goes past. So it isn't so much a break, this is just getting him, once I have his body going, making sure this is where I want it. Yeah, it could be, right? So it could be something as simple as that.
Also prevents his shoulder going to its
Right. Who does, you do martial arts, and Varia. So, thank you, George. So, what's an armbar? Which of these is an armbar? Makes sense, right? Right? So can I get in an armbar where you're going to tap me?
This one?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you're comfortable with. But I want you to tap me instead of throw me. Just get it to...
Get you to tap
yeah,
out?
get it to her. Alright, good, let's do it again. So if he's doing earth, what should I do? It would have been nice to get an answer faster. What should I do?
Wood.
Yeah, everybody's sure, right? Don't tell me to do the wrong thing. If I do the one that'll help him, it'll suddenly get worse. So wood, right? So he's doing earth. So let's tap me. Good, and rewind a half a moment, and now tap me again. Tap me again. Tap me again. You're doing it, right? You're really doing it? You're really doing it? Come on. Come on. And you should feel like I'm not fighting you, just the energy is changing.
Yeah.
Right? And I think we can all agree he can do the arm bar.
What?
Right? So I didn't turn and do how do I sweep and we're supposed to hit the groin. I just changed my energetic intention, and he probably felt like some small soft tissue changes. But it wasn't like I rotated here and counter grabbed and pressure pointed stomach 41 or something. I just made that change. Right, where I'm having that split, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just collect myself to extrude from center.
Right, because I would drop. Typically, I would drop you down.
Oh yeah, yeah,
right? But I
absolutely.
That changed so much, and
and then it also starts to feel for you like a pole vault situation.
Exactly.
Because my motion is to drop. So if you push a straight thing, you're going to uproot.
I was going.
Right, because I'm dropping together.
Yeah.
Right. So we could do all those if. Can you put me in a lock? Yeah, sure, there you go. So what's the energy? It's backwards of fire, right? Because we decide which time to roll. So what's the energy? Wood. That's just wood, right? So throw me or lock me, good. Start again. Good, start again. Sure you can. Of course, the motion I'm really doing is, I don't need to fire now. So now, I think we talked about earlier push-ins in terms of many to one, one to many, one to fewer than one. So the relationship there I'm having is like the whole fire or earth or whatever's going is right there. So how do I make that change? It doesn't have to be this gross thing here. It's just how do I make that change here? Like you're making this go here and that go there. Well, that's the same thing as this. And instead of doing this, he was just doing it to my upper arm and my lower arm, making them go two different directions. Right? Or two different directions this way, right? They're both of their insides going in the same direction. Okay? Somebody else, you did jiu-jitsu or something?
Jiu-jitsu.
So I'm sure you got an awesome lock of some kind.
What are you doing just out of
Facing the camera. Workshop 101 here. Yeah, anyone, it doesn't really matter.
Shit. Put me on the honest spot.
Yeah, there you go, a little Mikio love, there you go, good.
There you go.
So okay, so let's do that. So you already know this is Peach One, right? He's just doing Peach One. He's doing that. I think if you do it in space so he can see, you could almost see, like I think it's pretty obvious. It's like he's doing this, same energy. You may not have thought of it as Peach One before. You thought, I'm not doing jiu-jitsu, I'm doing Xingyi now. I don't think about it, but why wouldn't it be, right? So before I cry and pee myself on camera, somebody's gonna tell me what I do. This is Peach One.
Fire.
Fire. Okay, and what does fire look like? Right? Fire melts metal, and it's that good. Lock me. Good. Again, lock me. Lock me. So if it's this motion, right, which maybe could have looked something like this in Tai Chi, right? We have, right? Everybody has that in Tai Chi, or most of you guys at this point. Let's do it again. And just get me to tap. Okay. Good. And just back off 2% when I tap. So I'm almost tapping. Check it. Yeah. Let's do it again. Good. Tap me. Now tap me. Come on, put your weight to change it. Yeah, and you could feel what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Right. So same. You normally think it's over. I hope I beat him next time. He's got the lock. But I can just take the same thing and not get excited about it, and say, let me just do something I know. Like it's either that or tap. Like tapping is saying I'm done with stuff I know. Right? Like I tried. Yeah, I tried my punch. You got me for. That's what tapping is. Like I'm done. I tried. Sometimes tapping means I'm done with martial arts. Like none of these seem to be working. And that's what people do. Understandable. But I could also say, well, what's another way to look at that? Instead of just, he's got the death lock, he's got a jiu-jitsu shirt on, I just, I said, okay, what is this? This is metal, so if I have some version of this energy, and it might look this way, it might be in my hips, it might be in my arm, it probably has some settling, it probably has some intention moving. I could try that, and then tap, no problem. If it's giving me something to do, that I argue is the right thing to do. Whether it works or not, if you have the time, if he does it super well or super fast, that's another story. But it is a valid avenue. So anyway, for the demo, we could pick every lock every choke and do the same thing, but I think you just got the gist.